Raj sir, can I start?
Yes, ma'am. Please go ahead.
Thank you, sir. And a very good evening to all of the Indian educators presented here today. I would like to thank you, thank Raj sir and the NLD team for briefing about the introduction. And definitely this platform is very useful for all the educators. And first of all, I would like to wish everyone a very happy Teachers' Day. I believe that the real change makers of the society are the teachers, educators, whoever it be, who are the change makers and society of the world. And you are the instrument of education. I believe in that, and you are going to inspire and guide the young generations towards the global citizenship. And I'm very grateful to my own teachers who have shared their best learnings today. And for that reason, for the encouragement, I'm there in front of you as a voice. So today's topic, sustainability education for educators development. And I request all the participants to post their queries at the end of the session to avoid the distraction during my presentation. And also you can keep posting your details, your school, your organization name and your name and the state if you're comfortable. And coming to this introduction part. So this is a self-introduction about me. I can, sir, next slide. Yes. So this is just a small introduction about me. I'm having my own organization, Events Card, and GoEP Foundation is also part of my organization, where we does the sustainability and including oceanic adventures and water sports and even aviation programs. And I'm basically into management and then transformed to global Edu Environmentalist. I'm a student engagement program. I design projects and also climate reality leader and Blue Standard consultant trained by USA team into plastic, specialized in plastic and solid waste management by ICCI India. And I'm also volunteering for the Denmark for the green, for the ecotourism, the Green Key, Blue Flag, and I'm an IBDP curriculum cast coordinator, creativity, activity, and services. I'm Six Sigma black belt, who we into the quality management, and also I'm presenting as a country ambassador and president for International English Language Teachers Association, India. And then also I'm presenting as an international award for young people, that is IOIP, as a mentor trainer, who I'm going to inspire and guide the students, the youth, into the creativity activity services. Next slide. So I believe in that bring more greens to make healthier the blues. So green means plantation, blues means ocean. So oceans are healthy, automatically we will be healthy. And these are the objectives. Already mentioned my for qualifications and whatever the representation. These are the main objectives which I am into this field. I mean, I'm into the sustainability is a more core field, but education is my basic background. Next slide. The table of content. Everybody can see the screen without disturbance, because I can see there's something, screen is little bit overlapping this content. Raj sir, can you see the screen? Okay,
Yes,
everybody is getting okay, fine. Okay, fine. So these are the contents of today, and then we'll go to the first slide, introduction slide. The subject today is little bit very lengthy, but what I've done is I've just cut shorter to the basic level, but we want to continue in the series wise, as Raj sir informed you. We will go, this is the basic level, and we will come with the real action projects, also activities, and then we will also lead you to green education side. So this is the basic level sustainability education. So the goal of sustainability education, slide number 1, for educator development, also referred to as education for sustainable development, that is ESD. So I'll be mentioning as ESD. Don't get don't get confused. Education for sustainable development. This is for the educators, is to equip educators with values, knowledge, and abilities necessary to help Students confront global issues like inequality and climate change by teaching them how to incorporate sustainability into the curriculum. Education is the key, we all knows it, to achieve all the global development goals according to the ESD. So it teaches people how to alter society and save the environment by making wise decisions and acting both individually and collectively. Here, the educators plays a very vital and major role. So it equips people of all ages, the information, abilities, values, and skills they need to address the problems. The student have to address the problems that affect the planet and people's well-being, like biodiversity loss, climate change, resource overuse, and inequality. I'm directly jumping into the subject. I'm not giving you today why the climate change is coming, what are the causes. We all knows it since last 4 5 years. I mean, even last 2 years, we are vigorously working in the education sector, being in educators. So I am not going into the basic level. Directly, I am giving the solution with sustainability education. So ESD advocates normally cognitive, social, emotional, and behavior. Cognitive here, enhancing our ability to reason and comprehend data, whereas social, emotional, develop the emotional intelligence, empathy, and social skills. Coming to behavioral promotion, it's going to promote the constructive deeds and conduct. So ESD addresses in general how we learn it and environment in which we learn it. It is a kind of potent tactic to change the education. It is an essential component of a high quality education and a process of lifelong learning. For example, fostering on critical thinking, encouraging interactive teaching strategies, and addressing the environmental, social, and economic facets of sustainability are important components that eventually empower educators to act as change agents or change makers and create more sustainable future. Second slide, slide number 2. So why it is important for the educators? The first one, empowering educators. That means teachers are crucial in shaping the future generations or even the educators and can model sustainable practices fostering critical thinking, as I mentioned to you, within the student's mind, providing the tools and training so effectively integrate sustainability into your campuses or classrooms or curriculum. Second side topic is addressing global change challenges. Yes, ESD equips educators to teach about interconnected global issues such as climate change, biodiversity loss, poverty, etc. And third one, achieving the SDGs. How we will achieve this? ESD is an integral part of SDGs. Number 4, that is quality education, and a key enabler for all other SDGs, making it essential for a sustainable society. Then comes transforming education. So it requires a significant shift in teaching practices, moving towards the holistic transformational and lifelong learning process. So how does this going to involve? How it is going to involve? That is knowledge, through knowledge, skills, values, and attitudes. That shows the educators gain the competencies needed to understand the teach the sustainability, including an understanding of environmental, economic, and social sustainability. Uh, that is, interdisciplinary approaches, for example, integrating sustainability themes across various subjects to examine social, economic, and environmental challenges. Then comes participatory teaching methods, the way how you're going to teach the methods, using interactive and learner-centered approaches to motivate and empower students to take action. Then promoting critical thinking, how you promote critical thinking, encourage students to imagine future scenarios, make informed decisions, and engage in collaborative problem solving. For example, you can ask the students, whether it's a school, college, or universities, keep thinking about a green world, a beautiful world. So that's going to give a strong positive vision. It's going to give them a solution in future through critical thinking. So when your vision is strong, that you want to see a picture, very beautiful picture, automatically your mind thoughts will change. You start thinking about the solutions. That's the simple logic. We all know it. So whole institution approaches how the institution is going to support the embedding the sustainability into curriculum. So institutional operations like research and community engagement programs could be the approaches through the institutions. So the key area of development for educators exactly is as a tool institutional support, fostering an environment within educational institutions that supports the integration of sustainability. Then comes the research and innovation, encouraging research and knowledge sharing on effective ESD pedagogies and practices. This is going to create the research and innovation thoughts. And then slide number 3, topic is integrating sustainability into educator development. This is a little bit deeper, but I'm not giving entire information, but it's really a depth of subject. Please kindly understand. So it is going to involve shifting from traditional knowledge-based teaching to competency-based education, where the educators become catalysts for learning about sustainability. So you should understand the basic knowledge teaching ability. I mean, how you can convert at the teaching level. That's very important. So you need to do a little bit research. This requires a transforming pedagogical approaches to include interdisciplinary, collaborative, and experimental learning, empowering the educators to guide with students in developing critical thinking, problem solving, decision making skills to address the global environmental and social challenges. So these are the most important skills which we require in a daily life, not only into sustainability, experimental learning, but even in real life when they're going to step into the career life. Strategies including curriculum reform, like hands-on activities, community partnerships, and leveraging digital tools just like AI, artificial intelligence, to foster a comprehensive and impactful education for sustainable development goals. And then coming to slide number 4, the integration into curriculum. Any curriculum, it's not related to school, college, or even university. Any curriculum, a simple logic is just sustainable practices should be integrated into existing curriculum and rather than being treated as separate subjects. Because many of the educators used to message me, ma'am, this subject we have to learn. There is no particular individual subject about sustainable practices. It is every academic subject connect with the sustainability. You have to just go Google it for some time. Just work it on 10 minutes every day. You'll find out how your subject, whether it's language, science, or even mathematics, anything you can adopt. There is no particular such topic for that, but you can adopt the sustainable practices into your subject. So that is the thing I just want to explain it. So it's going to treat as separate subjects by adopting pedagogies. So that blend the content into sustainable concepts. Then coming to the incorporating, here sustainability education is always connected with UNESCO for 2030 program. So they're going to produces this sharing knowledge, offers policy guidance and technical support to countries. That's the reason we are connecting with UNESCO for all these educational programs related to sustainability. They support the countries and implement projects on the ground, and also it fosters peer learning and innovation through information, networks, and partnerships. Framing your curriculum by teaching the knowledge, skills, values for a sustainable future using a transdisciplinary or even cross-culture approach that encourages the system thinking, problem-based learning, and hands-on activities. This approaches help the students to understand complex issues, collaborate on solutions, and develop the agency to act sustainably in their communities and the wider world. Suppose coming to the professional development, the learning, offering the professional development opportunities that use these innovative pedagogies to teach the educators about sustainability topics such as climate change, sustainable consumption, biodiversity. These are the examples. Sorry, there's a background. And then practical application. So we are going to provide how the practical application will help them, educators. It provides educators with tools and training to create their own sustainability focused projects like school gardens or waste reduction initiatives. There are many, I think many organizations already initiated, but how many have done the school gardens? I do not know. Very few now. Last year onwards, we are creating the school gardens, including the butterfly gardens. We started again to bring back the butterflies back because we are totally, it was vanished in the last 3 years. That was one of my effort to bring the butterflies back. And then digital competencies. Develop educators digital competence, digital literacy to effectively use digital tools for personalized learning. That is data visualization and virtual reality experiences to enhance the sustainability education. So we actually recently have connected with the virtual reality organization who created a 3 years program, 3 years diploma graduation course for students for university and colleges, which is going to be a massive career for them to bring a lot of, even the salary package will be high. There's only one organization in India I've been associated. They have already connected 7 universities now. So this virtual reality going to rule the world, and definitely students will have a lot of, I can say, like very good platform for them. Apart from other technologies, it's going to give a lot of life. Even so many livelihood projects also available. Customized also they can do it in virtual reality. Actually, I'm doing on sustainable ecotourism. So we are doing sustainable VR related virtual reality into ecotourism. I'm just planning some programs and fostering a sustainable culture. That's the second one, next topic. That is, you have to encourage the adoption of sustainable materials. That's what I was keep on mentioning you. You have to adopt the sustainable materials and eco-friendly practices within the educational institutions, like creating holistic learning environment. So this you can search and get back to your Google search or whatever it is. It's a very sustainable culture is very easy, but it's going to give a lot of impact on the student's mind. And then slide number 5, foster student competencies. So sustainable education equips educators with the knowledge, as I told you, skills and attitudes to foster competencies like critical thinking, system understanding, and action-oriented participation in the students, enabling them to contribute to a sustainable future. But this development focuses on holistic, transformative, and learner-centered approaches in educational settings, integrating environmental, economic, social, and social dimensions to empower individuals to make responsible choices and drive change. So what are the key competencies for the sustainability? Education, as I told, ESD, Education for Sustainable Development, emphasizes developing competencies which are a combination of, again, these are the skills, knowledge, skills, and attitudes in both students and as well as in educators. Then slide number 2, under foster student competencies, right? Slide number 6, core competencies. So what are the core competencies included in this? System thinking, as I told you, that nothing but critical thinking, future and alternative scenario visioning, interdisciplinarity, values, clarification, etc. And then critical thinking is also included, that is questioning the assumptions, recognizing different views and analyzing complex problems. And then future scenario visioning, that is imagining different future possibilities and working towards the desirable ones. And then following by interdisciplinarity, that is creating connections between different subjects and approaches, which is that's what actually I asked you to look into that. Action oriented participation. So action oriented participation is nothing but moving from awareness to taking responsibility and acting to create change. Then contextualizing. This here, considering the spatial, that is a local and global, and temporally, that is called past, present, future dimensions of the issues. If you ask them 15 years before, what's the weather conditions? 5 years before, what is the weather conditions? Present, what is the weather conditions? So you can ask them to do a survey that's going to give a graphic survey. These are the areas they can do research also. They can consider as a project. So how this ESD fosters student competencies? Next slide. By empowering educators, ESD helps to create the educational environment that is foster the sustainability competencies in students through one is action-oriented learning, encouraging students to engage in projects that address real-world sustainability challenges. That's what we are currently doing in climate action projects. And collaborating problem solving, we are facilitating opportunities for students to work together to find solutions to complex issues, just like plastic, why we have to use plastic, or food wrapping, plastic wrapping foods. So all these things we have to create a kind of basic information problem solving. They'll come up with the solutions like maybe applications or recycled products. So you have to give that source for them to come back with their ideas. And then inquiry based learning, promoting self-directed learning and active participation in the learning process will be the inquiry based learning. They have to inquire, they have to do that. Otherwise, participation is just like whatever you're feeding, it's not. They have to come back with their own ideas and connecting to the real world. Yes, this is very important for each and every individual, even for you, for me, even the students. So linking the classroom learning to local and global sustainability issues, fostering a sense of relevance and purpose. In my projects, I always connect students from one country to another country, one state to other state, so that they can understand the other global issues from different geographical background, or even the local society issues. This is very important for them to come up with the solutions. So every time when they interact with a new concept, a new country collaborations, or even the society, they'll come up with the new ideas. That's what we have to generate to encourage them. In slide number 7, I think point number 5 for this, adopt innovative pedagogies. So how are you going to adopt? Educators should incorporate experimental, problem-based, interdisciplinary, as I mentioned to you, and technology-enhanced learning, encourage community involvement, and use digital tools to help students develop their critical thinking, all the other skills, and responsible for the citizenship skills also, and in order to implement the innovative pedagogies in sustainable education. So educators, being educator, you have to develop your own idea and knowledge before you going to encourage your students with the ideas and collaboration or whatever integrating into the education. So you have to do little homework on this. So in order to prepare students for global concerns and the development of sustainability competencies, professional development also assists the educators, and it has to must assist the educators. I feel like that with these tactics, and then it's going to include a digital literacy, like collaborative techniques and utilization of real world examples and local wisdom. So you have to do little research also. What is the real global issues happening, not only in India, not only in your state, outside. So you can connect that global issues related to your local issues. And innovative pedagogies and strategies. The experimental learning, which is going to help this particular area, emphasizes the learning by doing, connecting students to real world issues, as I mentioned to you earlier, fostering deeper understanding and engagement with sustainability concepts. And then project-based learning. We all know PBL. You people are implementing, but how you're going to implement it in sustainability is very important. Engaging students in tackling complex sustainability challenges, food waste, etc., developing their critical thinking, and all other skills you can use, the 21st century skills, you blend it over there to find their ability and innovative solutions. And as per my experience and research on students, they're the best innovative solution providers. If you give them a chance, if you provide them a platform, they will definitely come back with ideas. Just only encourage them, ask them to participate with heart and soul, and give them the scope of, apart from the academics, give them the scope to come and work on sustainability actions. So interdisciplinary approaches, again, It's also connects the sustainability concepts across different academic subjects, encouraging holistic learning and providing students with a comprehensive understanding of complex environmental issues. Then technology enhanced learning. We all, I think after COVID, we all started learning technology. We have been educated. We have to thanks one way to the COVID time. And right now we are all integrating with digital tools like apps, webinars, like whatever currently you're using Google Meet, and interactive media to enhance the engagement, provide personalized learning experiences, and empower students to understand and address environmental issues. So I request all the educators, don't only confine to your academics or maybe whatever the task. Just try to learn, try to develop yourself with digital tools. It's important for you as a professional, and it helps you in professional growth also. And coming to community engagement. So it involves the active participation and interaction with the local communities to extend the learning beyond the classroom or the campus, promoting social responsibility and community-based sustainability solutions to take them to the farm, take them to somewhere where they can even clean or even promote the sustainability concepts. Let them meet the community people, society. Let them go into the public and talk to them, collect the surveys, interviews. So many things are there in community-based programs. So just give them idea or let them research on the internet. So research-based learning, that's the one I'm explaining you, and collaborative learning. So it empowers students to become active learners, collaborate with peers, and engage in research, fostering deeper engagement and a sense of ownership over their learning. That finally, the local wisdom, the inclusive local wisdom, it incorporates the traditional knowledge and practices such as local crafts or games into the curriculum to enrich learning experiences and build cultural understanding alongside sustainability principles. In our Andhra Pradesh, we promote Kondapalli toys, that is made of wooden toys, which is a worldwide famous. If you have a chance, just look into the websites. So our Andhra Pradesh tourism now promoting a lot these type of uh, you know toys, because this is also for gifts, not of the kids. It's only decoration, domestic level gifts, and even you can present somebody. So instead of change the mindset of using the old methods, which is harmful for the uh, sustainable culture. And we are also adopting nowadays in Andhra Pradesh. The previously we used to have, I don't know what you speak in other languages. We used to invite guests, and they will come and stay at our home. We pay home-based guests. That's called in Puttakollamma, we say in Telugu. So that is also now we adopted in 1,000 villages. So slowly the old culture is coming again, the sustainability culture, instead of going for the hi-fi hotels and all. So coming up again, we are going to the ancestor level where they have taught us actual sustainability. If you watch this lifestyle of the ancestors, you can see the actual culture. Actual, we never have any kind of pollution at that time. No food problems, nothing. Everybody is healthy. Everybody maintains their health morning and evening. They'll take the food on time, exercises will be there, education will be there. But when we learned a lot, we're trying to spoil our own health. So keep everything on touch, try to cultivate this kind of habits to children, I mean inform the students in this way. And then educator development needs. So what exactly the educator development also need developer needs sorry educator development needs? Holistic development, I always say you have to be learn this. Educators need training to promote the holistic development of students, including the cognitive, social, and emotional aspects, aligning with the goals of ESD. So then there is a small outcome of global SDG project activities. Slide number 8, I think. Next one. No, sir, there is one slide. Yes. So if you see this slide, this is one of my 2-3 projects we have done last previous 2-3 years. So this is a total data which we have collected. This is one of the projects, Suchana 1, 2, and some of the teachers are also available right now here on this platform. And one of the teacher is head HOD from Bay of Bengal, Odisha. He was being honored in 2023 as a Best National Teacher Award. I mean, it's received from our Honorable President, Dr. Chandan Mishra. I think sir is available here. So he is involved in this project, Suchana, and is incorporated it in school in his school for the first time. So there is, it's not like first time, but at least you people start initiating, involving them, you also involve. And this year, one more teacher from my city, she has been honored as a Best Teacher National Award. This September 5th, she has received an award from our Honorable President on a tar road concept guided by me. I'll share with you in the next time any video. It's a lengthy video. The next slide. This is a global project actually. Yeah, next slide. Yeah. So change maker, I love this point actually. I told you, change maker. The word itself so inspiring, and I feel goosebumps always. So I need to salute to all the change makers here. Look at how you want to be change maker. You can say like by emphasizing experimental learning, hands-on participation, and cultivating transformative attitudes in students. Educators may include education and sustainable development into their curriculum, as I mentioned to you, to become change makers in the field of sustainability education. To expand your network of like-minded people or improve your own skills, you can also take advantage of professional development. That's what I was saying. You have to develop first. You keep and enhance your professional development from your end, like options like workshops, programs, tailored for educators. Sir, any background noise? Any background noise?
No, madam. Madam, you have muted yourself. You need to unmute your microphone. Yeah, now audible.
Okay, no noise, right? Background?
No, nothing.
Some Ganesh. So go back to the slide, change maker slide. So integrating ESG into your teaching, incorporating practical activities such as recycling materials for lessons or participating in local environmental initiatives like tree plantation, cleanup, etc., beach cleanup or even lake cleanup or even society like parks cleanup, and develop the practical skills. How are you going to teach students? You have to manage them as to maintain the waste collection, that is even food waste, create compost even in campus or at domestic level, and organic, this is going to help them to move into the organic matter, implement energy saving solutions, empowering them to take concrete actions in their communities. Then foster critical thinking. So I always ask you people to foster critical thinking. This is the third time I think the specification comes. So encourage students to analyze complex environmental and social issues such as climate change and biodiversity loss to develop their capacity and inform decision making innovations. To connect to the real world, as I mentioned already, we use case studies, role playing exercises, address the current sustainability challenges such as water conservation, household carbon emissions, even how rainwater harvest, something we have to focus. So next slide. These are the research-driven change makers. And the next slide. No, go back. Go back. There's a photograph. Go. Yes. So you all know Sonam Wangchuk, and that is next is Rajni Ranjit Sinha. So he is also one of the global teacher awardee during COVID time, and I really admire Sonam Wangchuk. He's a real change maker. If you know them, just Google it and let you know. Next slide. So collective efforts towards sustainability. Collective efforts means a multi-stake collaboration, incorporating ESG principles into pre-service and in-service training for all educational staff, and establishing communities of practice to exchange knowledge and advance sustainability competencies. All are necessary for a collaborative approach in sustainability education for educator development. So, in order to equip teachers to empower the students, I suggest like tackling the global issues like climate change, import initiatives, including facilitating access to ESD expertise through networks, incorporating sustainability, and the teacher education programs, encouraging participatory teaching techniques and promoting sustainable practices on campus. The governments also should encourage us, like education institutions and organizations, to come forward, club together, must work, and to equip the educators with the values, knowledge, and abilities necessary to promote the sustainable futures. So this is also known as a collective endeavor towards the sustainability in educator development, like incorporating sustainability into curriculum, starting campus projects like waste reduction and green initiatives, encouraging eco clubs, implementing sustainable procurement practices, and creating participatory teaching strategies that encourage critical thinking and sustainability action are, are the most examples, and many examples are there actually for this collective action. So these efforts are coordinated by important programs and frameworks such as adapting green education programs as per the UNESCO's ESD for 2020 agenda to address the global issues in inequality and climate change. Highlights of this, especially the critical role of educators, which I want to inform you. Educational institutions as trusted sources of information on sustainability, emphasizing the need for collaboration among corporations, governments, and NGOs. So you can connect with the NGOs or the local government organizations to support your students on the collaborative projects. And I feel that definitely they will support you. The many organizations, through my references, schools are connected with the many NGOs and they are doing very good collaborative projects and produced a lot of good results also. Students learn a lot. They started small NGOs of their own. They become an entrepreneurs. They become a CEOs. By the time they leave the the education institution. This could be deployed right from the school. When they reach the college, they'll become the total able to manage a organization. When they go to university, they become completely they become a career oriented person. So curriculum integration, which is the most important thing, from geography and environmental science to economics and social studies, like sustainability concepts are interwoven into a variety of topics to provide students a comprehensive grasp of the interrelated components of sustainability. So same thing like empowering educators, as I told you. So use critical thinking and participative techniques to empower the students. Then campus-based initiatives. As I told you, campus-based initiatives always like living laboratories for sustainability implementing projects like rainwater harvesting, solar energy, waste management, green landscaping to serve the real world examples for students. Also fostering action competence, that is moving beyond merely imparting the knowledge to fostering students, nothing but action competence. That means the capacity to access problems critically and work with others to produce solutions for a sustainable future is the one of the main objectives for this competence. Then next topic, collective effort towards sustainability. This is the impact on teaching and learning. So what is the impact on teaching and learning? Collective efforts through the promotion of critical thinking and a shift towards indisciplinary problem-based learning, educator development and sustainability, that is SC, as a substantial impact on construction. Like by working on real-world projects and getting involved into the community, students always gain a deep understanding and encouragement while developing the knowledge and abilities necessary to affect change for a sustainable future. However, obstacles such a lack of funding is also observed. Educator preparation and also institutional support must be overcome towards integration, which has to be successful in future. And then education for sustainable development, that is ESD, it also core knowledge. It's a core knowledge, pedagogical skills, assessment techniques, which has to be incorporated into the professional development programs to enable the educators to handle global issues such as inequality, as I mentioned, climate change, etc. So these programs always utilizing the technology, community-based efforts, and ongoing professional development. So assisting the instructors in developing empathy, environmental respect, and their capacity to behave responsibly. So what is the impact on teaching? Shift to transformative pedagogies. Educators are encouraged to move beyond instrumental learning to embrace innovative methods like project-based learning, PBL, simulations, and community collaborations, preparing them to facilitate critical inquiry into complex global issues. Then interdisciplinary integration. Sustainability themes are woven across various of subjects such as environmental science, social studies. Someone is echoing, my voice is echoing. Can you please stop mobile? I request the technical team. Someone is disturbing. And economics rather than being taught, like the environmental science, social studies, economics, rather than being taught in isolation. So coming to the facilitation of critical thinking, professional development always helps the educators. Remember this point, fostered like critical thinking, problem solving, and creativity in students. Always we have to remember, which empowers you all to question existing practices and explore sustainable alternatives. So resource and strategy adoption, how are you going to do that? The educators have to develop a technical knowledge and the skills to adapt the existing curriculum and utilize the new tech resources, including digital tools, as I'm keep on saying this digital tools, to effortlessly incorporate sustainability into your teachings. So the impact on learning comes under this development of essential competencies, whereas addressing the environmental, social, economic issues, challenges, being equipped to contribute to a sustainable future. So coming to the enhanced engagement and problem solving, these kind of projects always initiatives and hand-on community involvement transform like learning into an active, immersive experience where students apply the theoretical knowledge to solve the real-world problems. Community as a learning laboratory. I always see community as a learning laboratory. It's a real life laboratory. Students learn from and they collaborate with, as I told you, local communities, both gaining exposure to real world realities and fostering a sense of agency and responsibility for sustainable development. Whereas holistic understanding is also developed students a comprehensive understanding of the independence between interdependence between environmental integrity, social justice, and economic prosperity, promoting a holistic vision for a better world. So, what are the challenges in the educators face in the development part? Lack of resources and support. So, institutions sometimes, as I told you, lack of funds and the incentives to implement all these kind of lack of resources, and then insufficient awareness and training. Educators often lack of sufficient awareness. That's what I was keep on saying. You have to develop yourself and technical know how to integrate and technical knowledge how to integrate sustainable effectiveness into the courses, highlighting the need for comprehensive teacher preparations program and also need for context specific strategies like developing effective change processes, also specific content of the educational settings, considering diverse cultural and regional factors. And coming to the career preparation. Next slide. Through multidisciplinary, student-centered and experimental learning approaches, educators can integrate sustainability into the curriculum and gain information abilities, which I mentioned in the first page introduction, which is also give you values necessary to promote a sustainable future. So ESD always helps you to incorporate the professional development programs into your professional life to enable to enable to handle the global issues such as, I told you, climate change, etc. So the success of these programs normally, which helps the educators in developing the empathy, environmental respect, and the capacity behaving responsibility that you can shape, transform to your students. The key components of this career preparation, always understanding and knowledge, understanding, and then where you're going to grasp the core concepts of environmental, economic issues. And then SDGs, always we know poverty to at least climate change, more important challenge, goals which we're going to focus and understand. And then is interdisciplinary competencies like recognizing uh, sustainable connectivity, subjects and interrelated and disciplines. And then skills competencies, already we discussed pedagogical skills, critical thinking, action oriented skills. Here action oriented is nothing but guiding students to take effective and responsible actions such as local to global levels. And then value attitudes. It is also just like environmental respect, cultivate respect, a deep sense of responsibility for the within the student's mind, so that they can respect the farmer. At least farmer is the backbone of the country, of any country in the world. So I always ask the students to go and meet farmers, take an interview, interact with them. And he is the real scientist, he is a real researcher, he is a real architect, he is a real geologist, where there is no education for him, but he will listen to the earth, he will talk to the earth, he'll feel the earth. So this is the value we give the respect for the farmer. Nowadays, if you see a farmer, you don't even sit next to them. The students' ability, attitude nowadays. So you have to change these kind of concepts within their mind. And then empathy and social justice, fostering empathy as an understanding of social justice, and very important for everyone, equity. We have to maintain the equity among the generations. And also citizenships. Students preparing this, for the act, they have to prepare to be active and inform the global, being global citizens. That means they have to think in a broad mind. Example, they want a branded shoes. You can inform them they can purchase the branded shoes, but from the I think there's this sea nets, the ocean fishermen nets are there. It is they're converting the waste nets into a branded shoes, which is going to lifetime, which is going to use for lifetime, and those things are also helpful for the nature, for this environmental progress. So you can give such kind of thoughts because students are in a teenage, or even college, or in university. They always may go for Adidas and all. But even brands like those companies also now stepped into green products. So these are all called eco-friendly products. So try to purchase you also for a gift, or even for you people. Go for anything eco-friendly product, right from handbag to the comb. You go purchase these things. This will help the society. This will help the nature. The entire global environment will be developed. So 1% you start, 1% of change, automatically the change will be coming within the society. And continuous professional development, as I told you all, you have to develop yourself, attending many workshops, training programs. We are also organizing green skills certified program in India, especially it is from a very top organization, and they are connected to the Denmark green education. So if anybody, or if any organization want to consider about green skill certification for your educators, or even entire schools, colleges, universities, you can reach me. I can help you on that. It is an offline project, not online project. And also for artificial intelligence in education, we have a certification program of I think 5 hours, 2 days program. That is also will help you according to the standard of college, schools, and university educators. We will provide that kind of standard. Even separately, students also required. We give that kind of skills and that kind of program. Adapting program in the green skills, and as well as including the artificial intelligence. And leveraging technology, as I told you, utilizing technology to enhance your training programs. It's going to broaden access to the resources and facilitate collaboration among educators. The community engagement, yes, this is also indigenous knowledge to all of us to create a practical and relevant sustainability education models. Then final one is moral guidance. So in order to educate the educators to motivate and prepare students to make a
And
responsible
then now,
decisions. Yes.
just a time check, it's 9 p.m.
Yeah, this is the last
Yeah.
topic, right? Yes. This is the final topic. So in order to maintain this moral guidance, I always ask you educators fostering a greater knowledge of the intricate, interrelated process of sustainable development and their own role in shifting the society towards the more and balanced future. This development assists educators in incorporating a holistic values based approaches into their instructions. And then why the moral guidance is essential for educators? Ethical foundation, that is nothing but models to one balance. Any disturbance? I'm getting disturbance. Okay. So the current model, economic models to the one that balances environmental, social, and economic needs is also one of the ethical foundation. Then social transformation, educators has to be a moral agents. They need to understand the moral principles to guide the students in recognizing and acting the issues of environmental problems. And then addressing the global crisis. So with concern about the resource depletion and climate change, the model guidance helps us to develop the awareness and the skills needed to address these challenges. So that especially the aspects for educators development, the cultivating values and attitudes, developing critical thinking and analytical skills, then fostering the holistic perspective, embracing the transformative roles, how to integrate the moral guidance. That is through the structured curriculum, implement a curriculum that sets clear age-appropriate learning customs for sustainability, including ethical dimensions. And then professional learning, we already mentioned. Institutional support, of course, I already mentioned about it. Then slide number 16. These are all completed, sir, actually. Yeah, this one also complete. Just yes, just a minute. Yes. So we are inviting. This is the global conferences. Normally, I prefer. I recommend colleges, schools, and university students. But this time, this is for only for the schools. It is happening in the year of 2025, December month. There are opportunities for free teachers if they're required. These are the topics we're going to cover, and there'll be a cultural exchange as well as workshops. And visa is not there for Malaysia for Indians. So let me know overall interested. Send me a message with your school name and requirement. And yeah, next slide. There is a few more global programs which I am organizing, collaborating, like Global Sustainable Summit. I'm planning within my city. It's a global summit. We are inviting students from different countries. And this is for the from schools to university level. This is also free for educators. I will let you know. And there are the special educational tours for students on STEM and even CAS internship programs for Germany. So Singapore and Germany, if people are interested, let me know. And we have a green city. Especially, I designed my city is called a green city through the support of Andhra Pradesh Tourism. I am into actually registered Minister under Minister of Tourism. So we are developing the tourism through sustainable practices. So I've designed a 6 days program. For anybody interested, please contact me. Next slide. So next slide. Yes. So I believe I told you give more greens to bring more blues. So this is my slogan. I think people knows it, but I always follow this. Next, I think there's a contact number. Yes. So if anything required, please make a note of my WhatsApp number, my email ID, or reach Raj sir. Write to them. They will inform us to reach us for any kind of sustainability programs to design customized. Thank you so much. And yes, there is a feedback form I would like to share with you all. Simple form which helps me a lot, to learn from you. No, remove it. So I'm sharing in the group feedback form. This will be active for next 15-20 minutes. I request you all to suggest me The next topic which I can share with you, because I'm going to come with a real action project activities next time. Because today is only theoretical part. You might be feeling, ma'am is not sharing anything. And I shared you the gist of my projects, which we have done recently in past few years. And people who have participated also explained. So come back to me with your favorite topics, which I mentioned in the feedback form, the last column, and also rate us where exactly we can correct ourselves, any mistakes are there, or improve better for us. And I think certificate will be coming to you in next 10 days. So please be patient. I think Raj sir, I've done. Thank you so much, NLD, for giving this great opportunity to address all the national educators. Thank you, Raj sir.